Good morning. Doug Deanna here today. And in today's space of copywriting and coffee, I'm going to share with you 20 money making copywriting ideas in 20 minutes. If this is the first time you're listening in to my space, welcome. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a 38-year veteran of the copywriting wars. I've written hundreds of direct mail, email, landing page, video sales letters that together have generated over $100 million in subscriptions for investment newsletters, trading services, health publications, success product. And I'm here today to share a few ideas, welcome a few people in, talk about the ideas, and then answer any questions that you may have. And this is kind of like a mind dump. And as you know, if you've listened in before, I do these from my hot tub. I just got out of the sauna. I'm just warming up for the hot tub. And the reason it's only 20 minutes is because I have 20 minutes to, cool down and then go to the jiu-jitsu club. And then I would try to issue the beat down to the young guys, but sadly, I'm on the other end of that. But anyway, let's jump in with like the first big money making idea I can share with you. And that's pretty simple. It's got to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, then as you're writing your copy, well, then nobody's going to believe in the copy either. So that's real simple. So you got to believe in yourself. And number two is you got to write fearlessly. You can't be writing like, I wonder if this product marketing director is going to like it. I hope they like it. Do you think they like it? Well, if you do that, they'll never like it. You got to believe in yourself, write from a position of confidence. And because if you're not writing from a position of confidence, well, then it will show in your copy. The voice won't be authentic. And another idea I have for everybody is to understand that it's more important starting out that you know how to sell yourself than write copy. And the reason is surprisingly simple. You see, people will hire you before you've written one word. And if you can't sell yourself, then you never get the opportunities to write for the top people, because other copywriters will go in there, they'll explain and believe in themselves, and they'll get the job. And another idea everybody should pay attention to is don't pitch yourself. Dude, that nobody gives a shit about you. They only give a shit about the ideas that you can bring them. And the only kind of ideas your clients want, rhetorical question, ideas that'll make them money. Why would they want to know anything else? Now, another idea is when it comes to that is that transitions right into headline. Man, if you come up with a headline and you get, that's great, fine. But in order to come up with the best headline, you don't need to write one or two or three or four or five. You need to write 50 or 60 for the same product. And you constantly are cutting and editing and refining all of these headline ideas until you get down to your top two, three, four, five. And then idea, number six, I'm not good with numbers, so we may lose track of what I'm on, is to make sure that your client tests each one of those headlines, because you never know. You never know. I'll give you a good example. Years ago, I had written this promotion and I had two headlines, and the publisher liked headline A and I liked headline B. And so they decided to go ahead with headline A, and it was great. It doubled the orders that they had gotten. I had resurrected this newsletter, and that headline was, it could be relevant today, how a do nothing Congress could cost you everything you own. It was great. And I said, well, why don't we test my other headline now? And he said, okay, that one doubled that response, doubled the orders. And that headline was tax bomb to blindside U.S. investors. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Well, you come to find out, blindside's a pretty important word. I think I'm on the 7 or 8. I've had a lot of them, four big China surprises to blindside investors. So blindside is, nobody wants to get blindsided. I had another one similar that was, it was like Sledgehammer from the Darkness. Oh, that was a good one. So another thing is you need to recycle your ideas. If I write a winning promotion for one company, I would take that and I would bring it over to the other company, or I would bring it over to another one of their products. So if I knew that there was a winning theme out there, well, then just about every newsletter, email, landing page is also going to be on that theme. Until that theme doesn't work, you need to ride these things until they stop. I think I'm up to 8 or 9 is create a formula. I wouldn't be sitting here in my hot tub driving a Tesla with a multi-million dollar home that's paid for if I had to write a new ad every day. You need to take a formula and then fit your ideas into the formula. And that's where, my $1 million copywriting formula has come in. So I can look at a project and go, yep, we're going to fit it into that formula. And then guess what? All of a sudden, ka-ching, it's like a broken slot machine. Now, on that note, sometimes the formula doesn't work. The next idea is when your formula stops working, you bang out a new one and you test that. And guess what? And then you ride that one till it works. In fact, I took an idea that I had gotten from somewhere, and it was a very successful launch for a health newsletter. And I took that lead idea and then I transitioned it into one of my big winning promotions for an investment newsletter. Now I'm up to the next money-making idea. Now, a lot of these ideas are great, and you'll come away and you'll feeling, oh man, that's great. Now, how do I execute that again? Well, that's you got to learn how to execute. And if you don't know how to execute, well, then you got a problem. So that said, you also need to be testing your offers. Got a good offer? Like I had this one promotion where we had tested selling the newsletter that was always for sale for half price, $199, 50% off, $99 today only. And I said, hey, you know what? Why don't, instead of we, sell the newsletter at half price today only, why don't we turn it into a membership club? And at the membership club, you get the $199 newsletter for free for just $99. So you can see what the value is that you get there. And these are just sort of like, maybe half a dozen or so of the winning ideas. Another one is, always test, find out what words and thoughts resonate with your readers. I'm a big believer in selling between the lines. So when you're selling between the lines, you are tapping into the knowledge people have inside of their heads. So in order for you to trigger a sale, you tap into the knowledge inside their head. So as they write it, they're nodding along with you. Another idea to add on to that is you're not trying to sell them. You're trying to get them to read the next line. And if they read the next line, that's how they read to the end of your promotion. They get to the call to action. And that brings up the next idea. I don't know if you've listened in before or heard this idea, but it's my cookie and the dog copywriting philosophy. If you've got a dog, it's listening to you. I mean, it's your dog. Until I pull out a cookie, who's your daddy now? And so you need to be putting these cookies down in your copy, like the cookie to the dog. The dog is going to come and he's going to go. If you lay a bunch of cookies in a straight line, the dog is going to come. It's going to come up and it's going to gobble up the first cookie. It's going to gobble up the second cookie. It's going to gobble up the third cookie, and then you're going to have it gobble up every single cookie until it sees the bucket of cookies and it's going to start running for that. Sadly, that bucket is behind the paywall. So you've always got to put those little enticers in your copy. The next idea comes up, if you haven't heard me talk about it before, it's my Wizard of Oz strategy. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz because. Okay, because people don't buy unless they believe, and they won't believe unless you give them reasons to believe. So you've got to spell everything and explain it to them. Yes, it's longer copy, but it works. The next quick idea, would be not just the other one is, I call it the Jackson 5. It's my Jackson 5 winning formula, which is simple. ABC. It's easy. 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, ABC. People want easy. Nobody wants to work, especially this generation. They want to get rich rubbing their two fingers together. And if that's you, well, use the Jackson 5 approach. You got to make it so easy, so effortless. It's as if they've been hypnotized and they buy. Now, I also have another one called the MacGyver. Now, the MacGyver's, if you've seen the television show MacGyver, he's the guy that can build a bomb with a piece of string and a paper clip and a microwave oven. And it blows up every time. But what the producers didn't want to do is create a bunch of bomb makers. So they omit the piece that makes it explode. And that's what I do. I omit the piece that explodes. So you're feeling like you're getting all this great information. And then you walk away and go, oh, wait a minute, I got to click here to get the puzzle piece that makes it all work. And let's see, what was the next one? I think I've run through just about all of these ideas that are quick, that are simple, that are easy, that will have you getting your listeners or buyers to do a swan dive to the order form. And that's ultimately what you're looking for, is to get people to look at that blank page, stare at it, read along, salivate, reach for their wallet, pull out their credit card, swipe it, and when they hit submit, the manna from heaven is dropping in their lap.